Hello.
Hello there.
All right, today we are talking about how to cut your grocery bill in half. All right, the number one way to cut your grocery bill in half is to stop eating out. Period. Show's done. That's it.
Or just stop eating.
Or just stop eating. That'll cut your medical bills in half too.
You stop eating.
Save on groceries and medical bills.
It'll help your medical bills until you get to a certain weight.
Okay, so as much as people don't want to admit it, eating out is still a huge problem. Every time I go by Starbucks, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell in our little town, I am not exaggerating. There is a line of cars. And I mean, it's never ending. It is a line of cars. Coffee shops, lines, and out the door coffee shops of lines. So, number one way is to stop eating out. You just have to do it. I don't feel like cooking today. I've been doing a lot. I haven't been feeling well. I don't feel like cooking. Guess what? We're not going out to eat. Not even a pizza delivery, not even McDonald's, not even Wendy's, nothing. We will have a bowl of cereal before I have ever said, I have never ever said, I'm tired, let's go out to eat. Have I?
No, you're like, everybody eats cereal.
Like, sorry guys, it's every man for himself.
You used to say fend for yourselves. Now it's every man for himself.
Yeah. And so the thing is, until you stop eating out, you're not going to save money on food. It's just not going to happen. So you're like, but Tara, I'm tired. I don't feel like cooking. I get it. I'm tired too. I don't feel like cooking. So what do? Here are the tips and tricks that I use to save money on groceries. First of all, get a good cookbook like our Dining on a Dime cookbooks. Right now, they are on sale. Christmas in July. I keep saying 4th of July. Christmas in July sale right here, volume 1 and volume 2. They're up to 40% off our sets and then our gluten-free, dairy-free edition. Cheap recipes get you in and out of the kitchen quick. But why do I say get you something like that? You're like, Tara, that's spending money. Yes, and I guarantee you it will pay for itself. I guarantee you. First trip to the grocery store.
We actually have an older teenager who is now cooking from it and experimenting and trying things out. It's pretty cool.
And so get you a good cookbook. So when you run out of pancake mix, you know, Dining on a Dime, Volume 1 has pancakes. Livingonadime.com. If you can't afford the books, go to livingonadime.com. We've got pancakes, waffles, French toast, scrambled eggs, taco seasoning, seasoned salt, how to make sweet and sour chicken, how to make a roast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the roast.
All of those things.
Yes.
We have livingonadime.com. Easy meals that are cheap and fast. I have chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. I don't spend more than 15 to 20 minutes cooking dinner every night. It is extremely rare if I cook 30 minutes. It almost never happens. Almost never. That's why my other YouTube channel, Super Easy Recipes, is called Super Easy Recipes, because they're quick. You get in and out of the kitchen quick. You don't have time for this. You just don't. Keep things like baby carrots on hand, frozen vegetables that you can just throw in the microwave and nuke for 5 minutes, baby carrots with some ranch dressing, some apples to cut up with just salt or with peanut butter, or you could make cream cheese and mix cream cheese, brown sugar, and a little bit of vanilla and make a dip for your apples. Keep popcorn on hand to make for snacks. Keep muffins on hand. Muffin ingredients on hand. And you can make muffins in 5 minutes. Get them in the oven. They're cooked in 15 minutes. And you've got literally a snack for $1 for all the kids. For dinners, what do? Throw something in a crock pot. Throw a roast. Beef is expensive right now, so pork is the way to go. Chicken is the way to go. Throw it in your crock pot. Let it slow cook all day. Throw you some barbecue sauce on there and have some barbecue pork, barbecue chicken sandwiches. Cut up some onions. Add a bag of frozen vegetables. You've got dinner. Really. 5 minutes. Green chili, save the extra pork and make yourself a batch of green chili the next night. You can even put it all in the crock pot and have it on low or warm all day long, and it'll be all cooked and ready to go. Just add your thickening, your cornstarch and your water to thicken it up, and you're ready to go. Pour it over your tortillas. You've got dinner. So look for meals that your family loves that's easy. My mom came up with this idea to keep 10 recipes for spring and summer, and then 10 recipes for fall and winter on a little note card for dinners, and just keep all those ingredients on hand. I don't shop for what I want to eat. I shop to refill my pantry. Then I eat with what I have in my pantry. So right now I have a lot of pork and chicken because beef has gone up in price. I'm not buying beef. It's expensive right now. I have bacon that I got on sale a year ago that I need to start using up. We've been having BLTs. I've been putting it in potato salad. I've been putting it in scrambled eggs, making the little, what do you call them? Little muffin dinner things in the muffin cups. And you can put some egg. You put a little canned crescent roll with some egg and cheese and bacon. And you can have for dinner. You can have breakfast for dinner, or you can have the little egg, what are they called? Egg cups, I guess. I don't know. For breakfast, you can just freeze them or put it in the fridge and then nuke them in the microwave. So do easy recipes that are quick. Put your name, put your questions in, and Mike will be happy to send them to me, and I will be answering your questions in just a minute. Buy as much as you can on sale. Now, prices have gone down. Yes, I totally agree, 100%. Or have gone up, I mean. But even this week, they had peaches on sale. They had peanut butter on sale. They had pork chops on sale. They had cherries on sale. I was able to get those things. They had sausages on sale. When the link sausages go on sale for $3, I'll buy 10 or 15 of them, throw them in the fridge or freezer, and once a week, we have sausage links with cut up potatoes in the air fryer and a bag of frozen vegetables. That's exactly what we had last night.
Yep.
I'll do that once a week, especially when I'm not feeling good. Literally 5 minutes for dinner. Literally 5 minutes. The next tip is stop buying all the junk food. The reason why everyone tells you this is because sodas and coffee and tea and juice is the worst. Oh my goodness, juice is the worst. Soda and juice is the worst. All the creamers, all of those that go with it. Thank you. And the little creamer cups, what are they called? Keurig. All of those are ridiculously expensive. A third of your grocery bill, a third to half of your grocery bill. To literally be peeing your money down the toilet. Just think, if your grocery bill is $100 a week, $400 a month, and let's say you spend $150 a month just on drinks. I think that's very conservative. Let's say let's say you make $20 an hour and you bring home $10 an hour, because after 25% taxes, and then you got to pay for all your gas and all the gifts at work and all your clothes and your extra lunches because you're too tired and all that. Let's say you bring home $10 an hour. That's 15 hours. Almost 2 days that you have to work to literally be peeing your money down the toilet. Put that into perspective. I mean, seriously. So for the next 2 days, you go to work. Think, I'm just going to work so I can just pee my money straight down the toilet. Just think that to yourself. People don't put those things in perspective. Let's say you order a takeout pizza. It's $60.
Wow.
That's 6 hours for a pizza that you're going to eat in 10 minutes. Seriously? Is that worth it? DoorDash. Oh my goodness.
I'm shocked about DoorDash.
We have an offspring who DoorDashes for their job because people order it so much. It's actually a very good job. It's ridiculous. The stories we hear of the stuff that people order is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Well, and a lot of the people are the people that do it are the ones that can least afford it. I think that there are people that we knew somebody who worked at a job right across the street from a McDonald's. And the people that worked there would DoorDash food from McDonald's on their lunch breaks. And I'm thinking, you're making like $12 an hour, and you can't walk across the street to McDonald's, so instead you're gonna pay $40 for your lunch.
It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, I have no problem if you're disabled. You literally can't get out of the house. You've had surgery or something like that. Ordering food from Walmart, having it delivered to your home. I'm okay with that.
Walmart's not the same as DoorDash.
Order a rotisserie chicken from Walmart with some vegetables and fruit and actually have some meals and some leftovers that you can eat later. Get a rotisserie chicken. First night, have the chicken. Throw yourself some tater tots in the air fryer if you want. A bag of vegetables or cut up some fruit. The next night, make yourself some chicken and rice, stir fry. Just cut up some cabbage and carrots and onions and chicken and just throw it all in there, warm it up, 5-10 minutes, throw it over some rice, or just eat it plain if you want. The next night, make yourself some green chili or make you some barbecue chicken sandwiches. It doesn't have to be hard at all. That's with a $6 chicken right now at Walmart. So keep your meals simple and ready to go. Ingredients that are always ready to go on hand. I shop to refill my pantry, and I don't shop for what I feel like eating this week. I just don't.
We often have stuff in there because she's been stockpiling that oftentimes there is something that we feel like would be good, and we have this stuff on hand already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and partly because, spoiler alert, we have a certain list of the same items that we like a lot, and so we tend to keep the supplies for those on hand.
Yeah. Like I buy green chilies, 12 to 24 cans, usually 24 cans at a time. That's what I make for a year, green chili. We have green chili about every 10 days to 2 weeks. Then I don't have to worry about it. I know I always have green chilies on hand. I always buy chicken when it's on sale. My freezers are always stocked. Notice I didn't say refrigerator. Why? Because I still don't have a big refrigerator in my kitchen. But sorry.
But we need to get a salad fridge.
Well, actually, that commercial fridge would be good for that.
That would be great if we knew we could fix it.
I know. If we could fix it, that's the problem.
She'll talk about that more later, probably.
So keep the ingredients on hand. Then when you're tired and you don't feel like cooking, you can just throw something together in and out of the kitchen quick. livingonadime.com. You can find all of these recipes at livingonadime.com. They're also in our cookbooks right now. Our Christmas and July sale is going on. You can find them in there. Last but not least, for the moment, till I get to your questions here, give yourself permission to eat cereal and oatmeal. It's okay.
It's shocking to me how people have this mindset that certain foods are only allowable at certain times of the day.
Listen, if you are that tired, it is okay to tell everybody we are having a bowl of cereal tonight. Seriously. It is not going to hurt you. You got protein and fat from your whole milk. You've got your grains. Cut up an apple, open a can of peaches, slice an orange, eat some cherries or peach, whatever you want or what's cheap or what's on sale, and just eat cereal. Eat a grilled cheese sandwich. Eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Really, it's okay. It's okay. I would rather have you eating those things than stressing out about the money problems that you have because you're spending all this money on supposedly healthy food. And you're so stressed out about all the healthy food that you're making yourself sick, which is going to be actually our first question of the day. So, guys, make it easy. Don't make it hard. Mike is going to send me the comments and questions. And give yourself permission to say, I'm not going to do that. It's okay. All right. We're going to get to our first question that came by email today. And let me just say real quick that I am feeling, I don't know if I got food poisoning or if we're getting the flu. I think it's food poisoning because nobody else got sick. And oh, I know it. It's my medication. I'm feeling really, really nauseated, and I had to up my medication. That's what it is. I upped my medication last night. That's what it is. Okay, I'm not getting food poisoning, guys. It's my medication. I just figured that out. It'd take me all day long to figure that out. Anyway, so if I'm not quite with it, please forgive me. Michael, keep me on track because he always keeps me on track, don't you? Oh. All right. Our first question comes from Cynthia. Now, I didn't understand her question at first, so I'll tell you what she ended up telling me because I was like, what? I don't understand what you're saying. So her original question was, can you assess this? I'm like, assess what? I don't understand. She sent me this video, and the video is called How the DuPont Corporation Poisoned 99% of the World. And let me show you. Right here is the tab for it. So right there, you can see how the DuPont Corporation poisoned 99% of the world. It's forgotten history. I know nothing about this channel. This is the only video I've ever watched from this channel. I know nothing about them. But let me tell you what's about, because I watched it and then I was like, I don't understand what the question is from Cynthia. And she said, since you're okay with using glyphosate Roundup in accordance with directions, is Teflon okay as well? Do you use it pans, bakeware, not the spray, which is not available anymore for food application? Teflon, it looks to be very poisonous when viewing the lawsuit and injury. Now I'm curious about the claims for Roundup and all of that. So here's my take on that. I went and watched the video, and basically, to give you a short summary, basically they're saying that DuPont since 1938 has been poisoning us, and that 99% of us have C8 in our body, which is a byproduct of Teflon. That's why Teflon pans are bad and all of that. And that they poisoned all the cattle and the people. I believe it was Pennsylvania. I may have my state wrong. I'm not sure. Somewhere back east. And they poisoned all the people, and they contaminated the drinking water and all the rivers and everything like that. And then there's this big lawsuit, and it was coming out. So here's my take on stuff like that. First of all, if you need to figure out if these things are true or not. Okay. So a lot of this stuff going around the internet today, probably 50 to 60% of it is false. 80%, 90% is false.
A lot of scary stuff is false.
A really good one is, I don't know who put it out this week, but I don't know. I had a lot of friends and viewers share the same post about how Muslims don't get cancer because they fast. And I was like, what?
Your oncologist is going to have a cow.
Oh, I get that.
Not hers. Reference. It's like she doesn't have an oncologist.
I get that reference. And so I was like, what? This just doesn't even sound right. So I go and Google it. Well, yeah, the Middle Eastern countries do have less cancer than we do. Well, they have less people dying from cancer than we do. I forgot to look up how many cancer cases there are. But it has nothing to do with fasting or anything like that. Because when I started researching it, I realized, wait a minute. The number one cancer is lung cancer. 80 to 90% of lung cancer is preventable by just not smoking and having radon mitigated in your house. 80 to 90% of the number one cancer in the country, the world. Okay. The next one I looked, do you know what they think causes the majority of the cancer problems? Number one is lack of medical care. So the lowest countries with cancer were African countries. But do you know why? Because nobody can afford to go to the doctor there. They don't have doctors there. They don't know when they're getting cancer.
And when they get it, they don't call it that.
And when they get it, they don't call it that. And my hair is just doing something weird. So I went through this whole rabbit trail of researching cancer. And there's a point to this. And I found out, you know what they think causes cancer the most? Being fat.
Ouch. I resemble that remark.
They said that they think that that's the number one cause of cancer is being fat. Okay, well, that's preventable too. Okay, so what do I say with this? First of all, go through and make sure that what you're seeing on the internet is, first of all, true. So like, I don't think this Muslim thing where they don't have cancer and they don't consider it a bad disease or anything, I don't think that's even true. But, and I could, if I'm wrong, that's fine. You can send me the stuff. I'll look at it. But I could not find any research that shows that. Now, they were just saying that because Muslims fast, that's why. Well, first of all, their statistics were lower, but it wasn't that much that it was, you know. So, first of all, make sure that these things are true. Now, back to the DuPont thing. They were saying that this C8 chemical was going into the water and it's in 99% of the population. It's in our blood and all this. So I went and researched. Okay, 99% of us have this stuff in our body. So I went and looked up. I think it was 1938 is when they discovered it. And then they started putting it in production, I think in the 50s and 60s. And I looked it up, and in the 60s, your lifespan was, average lifespan was 69 years. The average lifespan now is something like 79 years. Okay, so if this is that bad, our lifespans would not be going up. They would be going down. Okay, so first of all, so I know that it's not causing people to not live longer, first of all. Now, could it be causing all these things that people say could be happening? It's very possible. But what do you do about it? Okay, you vote. Yes, if there are people that will put people in the EPA and these kinds of things that will go after these corporations and fight them to clean this stuff up, yes, vote that way. But you cannot lose sleep over this. If you would feel better not having nonstick pans, get a ceramic pan, get a stainless steel pan. I get stainless steel pans at garage sales for $2 all the time. I have a whole collection of them that I'm waiting for a video to do for cleaning stainless steel pans. And you can get them for cheap. It's okay to do that. But all the rest of it, if you're not okay with living in Pennsylvania or wherever it is where DuPont is, then move. First of all, you can move. You're not a tree.
If you think it, if you believe it.
If you think it's that big of a deal. Secondly, stop staying up all night worrying about this stuff. God knows when, literally God knows. I'm not saying that as a curse word. God knows when you're supposed to die. You're going to die no matter what it is. Do you need to be responsible with the body that you have? Yes. Be responsible with the body that you have. But at the same time, don't obsess about it. Obsessing and worrying about it is not going to extend your life one iota. It's not. I put out a snow ice cream video every year. And every year, never fails, half the comments, I would never eat those contaminants. Well, then you better. I don't see you walking around with a gas mask on everywhere you go.
Clean room at your house so you can live in a clean room.
Most people, their houses have more contaminants than the outside just from the filth of not cleaning up their house. Just from the filth of all the animals that they have, from the filth of the mold and the bacteria growing on everything because they don't clean their house. And yet you're worried about eating snow ice cream. Now, if I was in New York City or maybe a big city like that, yeah, I probably wouldn't eat it. But at the same time, if you're not going around wearing gas masks and you're fine living in New York City, you should be fine eating snow ice cream. So, my 2 cents on all of that is, do what you can, but don't obsess about it. Don't make yourself sick worrying about it. If you want to be aware of it, that's fine. I personally have absolutely no problem using Roundup. I have not found anything that suggests Roundup actually causes cancer. The only things I found were Roundup in mice and rats. Well, did you know that if you give mice and rats too much water, it'll kill them too? I mean, you got to think about this. Yeah, if they're giving mice and rats Roundup to drink,
but the
I'm
thing
not
is,
drinking.
When we use it, you're not just patently consuming it. I mean, the argument about whether it's in the food or not is for someone else to argue that. But like the mice, they actually give it directly to them. And so, yeah, I would say my personal thought on this whole thing is that there's a song, I didn't really listen to it much. I think it was Duran Duran in the 90s. It might have been the late 80s. It was Too Much Information was a song. And I was like, holy moly, what if they could see it now?
Oh, I know.
And I think part of the issue is people have so much information, and our culture is trying to do things without God, really. But people have so much information that they believe they can cure themselves from everything and live forever. And the thing is, you don't need to know all the information about everything. And there's some things you just can't affect. When I was a teenager and I was struggling with a lot of things in life at the time, but I was having a lot of anxiety problems about a lot of things. And I heard a story about a car that had been hit by a meteorite, and they had this huge, it was this massive amount of damage for a small meteorite that hit this car. And I thought, oh no, I didn't think about meteorites falling out of the sky. I'm not kidding. I seriously was thinking this for a short amount of time. And I got to be kind of afraid, and I was thinking about it a lot and kind of being obsessive about it. And I was just thinking you could be killed by a meteorite. I think I don't want to go outside. And after a few days of that, I was thinking, man, I really don't like staying in the house. I really miss going outside. And then I was thinking, at the speed that a meteorite is falling from the sky, it could just come right into the house anyway, just come right through the ceiling. And as I was talking to myself about this, I was just having I wasn't a believer, by the way, at that time. But I finally realized I can't think about this all the time or it's going to shut me down. There's nothing I can do to stop this. And I've never known anybody that got killed by one. And I hear the story and it puts a scary thought in my mind. And I was able to kind of just put that out of my mind and realize I'm just going to go outside and live my life. And the reason I tell that story is first of all, whether or not it's true, the people I know that share these things, any scary thing that comes along, oh my goodness, look out for this, it's going to kill you. Oh, did you hear about this terrible crime? And you got to lock all your doors. Well, not lock your doors, but they're like special things like, your regular door locks aren't going to do it. And glass is more of a danger. You do not have a glass. And as soon as they see them, they click share and post. And some of these people, I think, you should know better for the content that you're resharing, that this is, a lot of times it's just absolutely not true. But sometimes it might be true. Like, I don't know on DuPont. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I haven't spent the time looking.
It sounds like they actually, when I went and looked, it sounds like they actually were doing some pretty nasty stuff.
Well, I haven't looked, so I can't say whether it's true or not. But what I do know is I don't have the capacity to change it. And ideally, we put people in government who allegedly are supposed to be watching out for those things. And to some degree, you have to trust some people to do their jobs, because I just can't do everybody's job. Like, I can't be looking at what
my job wins the dishes.
Yeah. Well, that's because I love you.
Thanks.
But like, if I was thinking about that, I could be thinking about, oh no, all the chemicals. I'm going to worry about that. Oh, and the railroad, trains jump off the track sometimes. And oh my goodness, flooding is really bad in some places right now. And it is. And I'm not making light of that. But what I'm saying is I could try to be controlling everything that could possibly affect my life. And I just can't.
But here in Wyoming, we can do nothing about the Texas floods.
No, but I do realize on a lot of these issues, other people, that's their job. And if it's the one thing that I think bothers me the most, maybe I can bend my entire life to focus on it so that I can become an expert enough to know whether or not it's true and possibly do something about it. But there's so many things you can't do anything about. Like I heard some people in the past talking about, nuclear testing has caused radiation on the whole earth to go up and we're all more exposed than we were before. Well, I think for the most part, there are agreements worldwide that we're not going to be testing above ground and ideally not testing at all. But nevertheless, some people might do it anyway.
I'm very testing.
Yes. But the reality is I can't change it. And if it's mostly stopped, nobody's going to change it. And so on those things, I realize you have to go with what you have. We had that thing going around.
What thing going around?
Back about 5 years ago.
In 2020?
Yes. And there are people who think perhaps this was a weapon that was engineered. And
it was.
I don't doubt that that's potentially true. But whether it is or not, it is something that wasn't out there, and now it is. And there's no way to put it back in the bottle. There's no way to put the genie back in the bottle. So yeah, we can say we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. Like not us personally, the people who are in charge of that, because we can't control everything in the world. We're going to say, we want to make sure you guys understand we want this never to happen again, but we don't have that control. So the best we can do is say, well, now we have to recognize every year we're going to get sick. And that a variant of that is probably going to be part of it. And that's just the thing is in life, you have to realize you cannot control everything. So control the things you can control. There are so many things people can control to make their lives better. And instead, a lot of people would rather share scary things on the internet instead of doing the things you can control. So I'm not saying like, look the other way and don't pay attention. If you know what is it? I forgot that movie. Was it the Philadelphia Story? Again, there was some movie where a lady got contaminated by nuclear waste. If that happens, fine. Go and become an advocate on that and really dig into it and make that the thing. But if you're not willing to do that, don't just share it on Facebook.
Yeah. Yep. So the moral of that story is, first, I verify. Second, I see how bad it is and if there's anything I can actually do. And third, if there is, I just don't worry about it. I just go on and do what I can at the moment. All right, let me get to our comments and questions. Dining on a Dime cookbooks, guys, are on sale for up to 40% off on our sets, volume 1 and volume 2. And then also the 3-book set are all on sale. This is our gluten-free, dairy-free edition.
Woohoo.
Jack has been packing away. Are you glad? Easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick. Volume 1 is where to start if you can only get one. Volume 1 and 2 are totally separate recipes, but all save you money. And they can go together or be used separately however you want. So check out our Christmas and July sale right now, guys. Help you save money. Shelly, I was thinking yesterday was Wednesday, and I was so disappointed not to find your show. Aw, thanks. Wow.
Yes, thank you. We did miss one a month ago or so, and you were feeling sick, right?
Yes. I was not feeling real good. Nancy, or use scissors on the receipt? No. Do you know what she's talking about there on that question?
Wait, what was it again?
She said no, or she said, or use scissors on the receipt. No.
How to cut your grocery bill.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I got that reference.
Yes,
now,
yes.
After you explained it, of course. Mike explains a lot to me.
It's just because you're not having the best day.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Malleable Badlands, evening all from the smoky and cool Alberta. Oh, please keep your smoke. I'm begging you. We've made it this far in July. We had some last week and we were so miserable. Oh, it rained the last 2 days. It's been a glorious 60 degrees here. And I'm just dreading the last 8 weeks of summer here.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace. Mike, did you figure out your mower dilemma yet? I was thinking maybe the worst areas you could make a rock flower bed for Tara. Yeah. So I'm actually doing a video on that, but we can talk about it a little bit.
I didn't realize that we live on the side of a mountain. That's the issue.
Oh my goodness. I actually ran into the former owner at Walmart today and I was like, tell me again what you guys use tomorrow because we're trying to figure this out. And we figured out what it is. They just used a regular riding mower, but she's really short. She's only like 5 feet tall. And we think that because her center of gravity is so much shorter, that's why she didn't have as many problems mowing as her husband. Because her husband ran through the fence, which he could have been killed, I guess, when she described what actually happened. We keep laughing.
There's a bar that's about my height.
She said it almost took off his head.
Oh my.
And so, I mean, we kind of joke about him going through the fence, but I didn't know that he almost killed himself.
It's a ranch fence with like poles at the top. Well, it's wood, but poles at the top.
I guess he put his hand up just in time to catch, and it got his arm instead of his head. So it was like really dangerous. So what we got to thinking was we need a really, really short. They have really stubby mowers, and I am so mad. Because 3 weeks ago at a garage sale, there was $100 used John Deere mower. And I mean, you were like 12 inches off of the ground on this mower. And I told Mike, do we get it? Do we not get it? Do we get it? Well, I want a new mower because we don't do well with fixing small things. So we're like, we want a new one so we don't have to mow, which is fine. But I was like, man, I don't know. Maybe this could get us through. I don't know. and I ended up not getting it. I should have. I even went back to that house today to see if they still had the mower, and they didn't. But I think what we figured out is we need a really low to the ground one. But I don't know how you find that now.
Well, I told Tara I was thinking like like the size of a go-kart would be kind of cool. The thing is, on those riding mowers, well, I don't know on the zero turn ones, but on the regular riding mowers, the motor is under you. So it would have to be in a different location for a mower to sit real low. But if it's at real low like a go-kart, then yeah, center of gravity would be lower. Because what I did notice with the zero turn mower that we were trying that was a big problem is a hill that was not nearly as steep as I expected to be a problem. I felt like it was going to flip on its side because it was just at the angle. I was leaning a lot more than I realized. So it is funny. Somebody asked about standing mowers. And the other day, I can't remember where I saw it. Somewhere in town, I saw a crew that was mowing near, I think it was near the highway maybe. And there was a guy on a standing mower and he was bent down, leaning the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, she said that there's a mower out there on the way to them that's for sale. We wanted to go look at it, but I don't know. So anyway, no, we have not figured it out yet. We'll probably end up figuring it out next year. Simon's Human. Hello, Kellen family. God bless you. Duct tape helps me for cutting my grocery bill. Yes, I bet. Amazing Grace. Sorry you're not feeling better. Thank you. Part of the problem now is I'm on new medication. Again, I'm having side effects. It's giving me insomnia. I literally got 2 hours worth of sleep last night. I didn't go to sleep till 5. It was 5, which is good because there were some things that I need to do in the middle of the night online for a certain thing. And so anyway, yeah. So I'm just dealing with that. My fibromyalgia has been really bad. And I mean, it's been really bad. Let's just say if I didn't have a family, I would not be here bad. That's how much I love you guys.
oh,
So I've been trying different medications. I'm exercising every day. I'm going to the gym every day. Actual exercise for half an hour. Stretching, all of that. I need to get back on my diet again. I haven't been going crazy, but I mean, I have been eating some tea with sugar, which has about been the worst of it. But yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. So thank you, Amazing Grace. Donnie says, I have fibromyalgia, CFS, and chronic pain too. I understand how you don't feel like cooking. Yes, you totally get it. Darlene, what would happen if you interviewed some of the people online? I'd love to see that.
no, in line, like at the store.
Oh, Walmart would probably kick me out. I don't think they would allow that.
Especially with that lady they have in customer service.
Hey, her and I are friends now.
There's a nice lady in customer service, but then there's a lady in customer service that, wow, she needs to be the security guard. Or yes.
She's friends with me now.
What?
Yes.
She's friends with you? How did that happen? I was like, I'm sorry, but they need to put her in security or make her an overnight stalker.
Well,
so she can be punching on big cases of things.
She has good reasons to be. So she bought some fingernails from me off of Facebook.
So I'll have to find out about that later then.
Yeah. So, and she has good reason to be. So anyway, yeah.
Well, maybe I should be nicer to her then.
Yes.
Well, I actually was being nice, but
yes,
it was getting happy.
Froze family, hello from soggy Japan. Rainy and Sig 96 humidity. Oh, wow. We've had rain for 2 days. It's been glorious. Hopefully this will get me through the rest of the summer.
It's been so nice.
It's been so nice. Oh.
Wow.
Lynn Gillette says, we live in Alaska and my husband went to KFC and I got hamburgers, fries, and a large pop and it was almost $40 for 2 of us for Kentucky Fried Chicken, even in Alaska. Wow. Mary, I just had cereal and yogurt for dinner. Good job. Sarah, I'm far from paying my house off, but my question is, when I get to the end of paying it off, should I take the stock I have from my job and pay the last bit off? No, I wouldn't. I mean,
I was saying more or less the same thing.
Because by the time you have to pay all the fees for your stocks and the taxes and all of that, you'd might as well just keep chucking along and pay off your house, you know.
The thing is, if you're actually getting something from it, it might be worth just keeping it in there. And once you get down to close to the end of the mortgage, then the amount of interest you're paying is not very big. It's funny because we were going to pay it, and there was a moment where we had gotten our cash to pretty low, and I was like, wow, if our cash goes a lot lower, we're going to have to pay a $25 a month fee on it. And I did the calculations, and the calculation on the interest is less than the fee. So I thought, I'm just going to wait a little longer. I really want to pay it off. It was funny, but it was.
How does it feel being debt free now?
It still hasn't hit me yet.
It's hit me. You know why? Because I just went and bought the stain for the fence, and I didn't even hesitate.
That's awesome. I'm glad you didn't hesitate.
I bought me a new hose, and I didn't even hesitate.
That's why I paid it off slightly quicker than I had originally thought I would.
I'm not going on a spending craze, guys. Don't worry. I spent about $500, but
yeah.
Okay. Next is Nancy's loving my hair. Thank you. Lynn also says, I'm cooking your roast for dinner tonight. It's in the crock pot now. Thank you. Dining on a Dime Volume 1. That is one of my 2 go-to recipes. We love the roast. Oh my goodness. We love roast pork and beef.
Oh, yeah.
It's also on our website, livingonadime.com, where we also have all of the recipes to use for the leftover meat, because you're not eating leftovers. You're just pre-cooking your meat for the next meal. Can you say the next one? Darlene, we're making homemade pizza tonight. Also in Dining on a Dime Volume 1 right now. Guys, our Christmas sale's going on right now. The link is in the description below. livingonadime.com. Mary says, hand washing the dishes is her deterrent. For what? I don't remember.
For eating too much?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Nancy, the gluten-free, dairy-free book, our green one. Thank you, Nancy. She says, is so great. Don't even know how I make it without one. Thank you. I just made me some cookies yesterday, and I told the boys, you back off of my cookies, because they love my cookies. They taste like regular cookies. And the ginger snaps. And so I was having to fend the boys off and staying away from my cookies. They had their own cookies. James says, Merry Christmas in July. Merry Christmas in July, James. What's sad is this week.
Merry Christmas in July, everyone.
I'm finishing up the last couple of videos for my summer recipes, and I am hitting fall next week.
What?
For super easy recipes.
Wow.
So,
man, today feels like fall.
I know, it feels so glorious. Oh, man. And I did get the hedges trimmed yesterday, and then I got them picked up today. I can't do it all at once. I only have 3 little bushes. It's not hard at all. It only takes me like 15 minutes, but it was so nice just being out there when it was nice and cool and not have the sun beating down on me. I don't do well with the heat. I don't know why. I just have never done well with heat at all. I'll take winter over summer anytime. Denise, the cookbooks are great. You will never regret this purchase. We love ours. Thank you, Denise. We got them for our daughter and daughters-in-law, granddaughter. They all love them. Thank you. Debbie, when my kids were young and I cooked for 6, I always had foods on hand for a quick, easy meal because there was no way we could afford to eat out. Yeah, that's exactly how we started. We had 7 people in our house at 4 teenagers. I could not afford for us to be doing pizza and DoorDash all the time. I just couldn't. Shelly, my thing this week is open packages. Found a bunch of partially used packages in the freezers and made a meal plan. Yes, do that. I did the same thing with my recipes. I had Nutella that I got for recipes. And I just made up all the Nutella recipes and got the Nutella gone because the kids that ate Nutella are not in the house anymore. I'm like, why am I keeping this Nutella around for when they come visit every 6 months? Forget it. Well, it's more than that, but still. We don't need the Nutella just sitting around. So I got all the Nutella recipes made up and they're on the show. And wasn't the fudge good?
So good, man. Yeah, for some reason
that fudge was good.
I didn't really know what Nutella was. I thought it was some kind of weird healthy thing when I was younger. And I thought it was something that you'd have to go to a specialty health food store to get. So I just turned my nose up at it in those days for that reason. But when we went, I had it before that, but when we went to Norway, I had a lot of it. I was like, this stuff is so good. And those Nutella dessert recipes that she's been making, they are so
I would
amazing.
say the fudge was my favorite.
What's funny is I think people don't know what Nutella is or a lot of people don't, because people don't watch the videos as much as other videos. And the Nutella is so amazing. I'm just shocked that more people don't know about it. It's really delicious. Yeah, the Nutella brownies were really fantastic.
They were, yeah. It's all really good. So go check out Super Easy Recipes. Go check out Super Easy Recipes, and you can check out those. Okay, we're looking for that, please. So anyway, Bounty in the Badlands. Oh, and so Shelly, back to your thing. Yes, go through your fridge or your freezer or your pantry and say, okay, I'm using up all of the half-used bags of vegetables. Using up all the little sour cream. That was another thing. Yogurt. Somehow a yogurt just appeared into my refrigerator and no one is claiming it. It just appeared.
I think it came from one of two kids I can think of.
Yogurt elves just left yogurt in my refrigerator.
What kind of yogurt is it?
Strawberry.
Is it?
Yoplait.
Oh, it's Yoplait?
Yeah. I know. So the
Yoplait. That would be a child who doesn't live with us.
No, it is. I know who did it.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a memory of it. So anyway, that was what I was using up this week. Nutella and the yogurt. So yeah, that's a great way to do it. Nancy West, someone said, Coors for dinner, cleaning out our refrigerator this week. That's great. Shelly, my theme this week is, Bounty in the Badlands, burgers and milk gravy. Yes. And if you need a really good white gravy recipe, it's also known as milk gravy, and mashed potatoes and broccoli salad, she said, first picking from the garden. All those recipes are in Dining on a Dime Volume 1 on our website, livingonadime.com, also gluten-free, dairy-free. In the kitchen with Grandma Cece, we make homemade popcorn on the top of the stove, best and cheapest. Very good. Yep, that's what we do too. Volume 1 is where our popcorn recipe is.
Yeah, the kids call it Mom's popcorn because Mom makes it the best.
Of course.
Because it's infused with love.
Love. Somehow I think late teens and 20s, they're not falling for that now, right?
I don't know. They still ask you to make it. So there's something about it.
Lazy. Because they're lazy. Actually, I have to say, I am very thankful. None of our kids are lazy. That is one thing we did right. We did a lot of things right, but thankfully they are not lazy. Ohio Farm Grow, we're eating the first BLT of the season. We only eat during fresh tomato seasoning. The stupid squirrels are now picking my green tomatoes, taking white and bite out of them and tossing them.
Oh, they do that.
Little turds.
They do that a lot of years.
Would you animals leave my vegetables alone? I'm so done. Thank you, Mary. She's missing our live, or she missed our live show. She always watches the recordings. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Kimberly, hello from Wisconsin. She's making Salisbury steak. That's also on our website. It's very good. We have a crock pot one. Josephina, what do you eat for most breakfasts? Right now, I eat fish, cabbage, and grain-free taco shells. That's my diet for everything. But normally I will eat like a poached egg or scrambled eggs with a piece of gluten-free toast. That's what I have pretty much every breakfast. Mike usually eats leftovers from dinner the night before, or oatmeal or yogurt, or not your smoothie, but your
dogs. Oh,
protein shake. He'll have a protein shake.
Yeah.
There's my kids eat cereal, oatmeal.
They're little breakfast sausages. Sometimes I'll have a few of those
Yeah.
and a protein shake.
Pancakes.
But if I do eat something that's not the sausages and the shake, it'll be like oatmeal or raisin bran or something like that.
Yeah. Wanda, is food good after 2 days back to back with power off for 5 to 6 hours each and a few days later again for over 7 hours? I would not eat the meat. Now, your vegetables, most of your sauces and all those are probably fine, especially if you kept your fridge closed, because it'll stay really cold for probably 2 to 3 hours. So you're probably fine on that, but I wouldn't eat the meats. Cece, I avoid soda, juice, cream. Yep, very good. Vicky, I love my coffee, but I stock up when it's on sale. Very good. He said the next one.
Yes.
My biggest trouble is going to the store too much. And yes, it does make a difference. Tanya said, yep, I totally agree. I've been to Walmart 4 times this week because I haven't been feeling good and I keep messing up my videos. So I have to go back and get more supplies. It's like, ugh. Of course, I haven't bought groceries in like a month. I've only bought video food. So my poor family, I finally bought groceries this week.
Actually, I'm shocked, honestly, that we're not losing weight with the refrigerator being downstairs.
Because it's really put a curb on wanting to cook.
It's a major pain to walk down the stairs for it. But at the same time, Tara, she's been looking at some refrigerators and she seems a little bit kind of urgent about wanting to get one. And I was thinking, I just like not hearing her say, that refrigerator's making that noise again. I'm going to call Pistol. I'm going to get a pistol. Wait, sorry. And it's kind of nice having it be quiet. Like the kitchen is quiet, like it hasn't been in decades.
It's actually really nice. We were really seriously discussing just putting our fridge in the garage permanently because it's been so nice and quiet.
And it would be a little more convenient, but it'd still be enough of a walk to discourage us from just wandering in and opening the refrigerator and looking into it.
Cece, I think my grocery bill is $800 a month. Holy moly. Well, you need to watch Friday's show because Friday's show, I'm doing how to eat for $30 a week. That's what I was planning right before I came on. I even had it. I even ordered everything. Hello, Kimmy. Hello, friend.
It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good summer.
I haven't watched your videos lately. I need to get in there and watch. Valley of the Badlands. The last 2 weeks, team sales for calves is holding around $3,200 per animal. Now at the Calgary Stampede and 4th of July is over. Wondering if things will ramp up for Friday sale. Ooh. Yeah, we had our big rodeo here last week. Boxes and builds, reduced price and discounted items have become a must with all the rising prices. Yep. In the kitchen with Cece, Grandma Cece, she says, I love it when you tell it like it is. Was I telling it like it is? I didn't know what I told like it is.
You tell a lot of things like it is.
That could be good or that could be bad, isn't it? Nancy, there's a brand of coffee, Cafe Cabaret or something. It's $2.97 a brick. I get that for Jack for his espresso. Vicky, which he doesn't drink that often, thankfully. Vicky, pizza prices are way out of control, especially if you get delivery. Oh, I just can't even imagine. Sharon, only get pizza at Sam's Club. Debbie, we had breakfast many times for dinner because it was cheap. Yep. Eggs, bacon, biscuits, homemade gravy. Yep. I saw Talia peppers, onions, mushrooms, and we'll pick up Little Caesars and my other toppings on it. That's a great way to do it. Yeah, that's great. Chicken and rice. That's so good. Yep. Valley Badlands stocked up on whole chickens, $5.99 a pound, regular $2.99 a pound. Wow. Yeah, I'd fill my freezer with those. Wanda, I'm DoorDash guilty. Wanda, you've been watching us for so long. Wanda. She says, having people come in to clean and organize. So I'm hoping I'll see what I have and be able to set in rollator to cook more. I don't know what a rollator is, but I understand you haven't been feeling good, Wanda. So I
thought Wanda, I can't remember, but I thought that Wanda had some.
Yeah, she's got something
being able to get to the store.
Yeah, she's been not feeling really good. I'll give you it. I'm just messing with you. Valley of the Badlands. I almost out of cream and mushroom soup, maybe 3 cans left, and it's 2 months before the case lot sells. Yep. Also, if you need cream of mushroom, chicken, whatever soup, broccoli, whatever, bacon soup. Dining on a Dime Volume 1. We have a replacement for Cream of Soups. Also on our website, livingonadime.com is where you can find that. Benny Bedland, Star Tar, you could come up here. Got my car and my old lawn tractor for $2,500. Oh, we missed out on a good deal. Although we got a good deal this week. We didn't have to go to Canada to get it. But yes, it would have been fun because then we could have written it off as a business expense to go see Bounty in the Badlands.
A good deal down south?
Yes.
I got you.
So we know someone who went and bought a car for $1,500. And then they found another car that was even better deal. They found actually 2 cars for an even better deal. So we were like, hey, we'll take the other car. We'll pay you the value of it, which was $3,000. So we got Jack his car now for $3,000. So for us, because our kids have to drive to school, there's no bus going to their school with all of our kids. Our first 2, we gave them $1,500, and our last 2, we gave them $3,000 because they both had, after that thing going around, car prices, so they doubled. So that's why we did it that way. We went back and did how much. So we got Jack a good car. We're actually super excited about that, so I can stop looking for cars for a while. If either one of us crashes a car, I'm going to be hacked.
Well.
And we almost did because coming from Mike made a trip to Colorado this week, and he was towing a vehicle for a friend. And the friend was falling behind, and guess what happened? I'm so glad you lived.
So we're a wildlife.
I'm so glad you lived.
We're a wildlife heavy state.
Oh my goodness, that's an understatement.
And we were driving at night, and I was towing.
And I was like, please stop at the hotel. No, we want to make it home.
I don't usually like to drive at night, but wasn't feeling very tired, and the other guy was interested in getting back sooner. And so I was thinking, well, I'm not that tired, so we'll just keep going. And if I feel real tired, then we'll stop. But we were out in the middle of nowhere, and Bambi decided today I'm just not feeling too good with life. So had a deer run right out and dive straight at the car. So thankfully,
it was the best scenario for hitting a deer that we could have had.
It's been interesting because I've explained a lot to Jack as we were teaching him to drive about not driving the car off the road. Like if you're going to hit something, do not drive the car off the road, because the number one, well, I don't know if it's the number one, but probably the number one cause of people dying in deer accidents in Wyoming is dodging them and driving off the road and rolling the road and dying.
Yeah.
So it happened that I did not drive off the road, which is great. But
thank you.
Yes. And it was like an act of God. I mean, I was completely shocked after it was over. There was absolutely zero damage to the car or the vehicle I was towing or the trailer or me. And
or the person following us.
Yeah. Well, and he had said, well, of course, obviously the deer didn't make it, but
you should have gone back. We could be eating beef deer jerky right now.
He said, wow, that I thought you were dead because that deer just came airborne at your whole vehicle lit all up, and then it went completely dark, and then there was an airborne deer coming at me. And well, it turned out that I have a dash camera now, and so downloaded the footage from the dash camera and looked at it because I was like, how did this not damage the car? And the dash camera goes at 60 frames a second, and 3 frames before the car hit it, the deer started to fall. And in those 3 frames, it fell enough that it just, the car went over it. And I mean, we have a big Toyota SUV because in Wyoming, you kind of need something a little bigger. And I was shocked, but I was like, that's 1/20th of a second before I actually hit it. And it was amazing to see the footage, not of the deer, but of kind of what I did in the moment. And the reason, it turns out the reason why I was lit up really bright and then went dark is that when I braked, all the brakes on the back end completely lit up the night. And when I let off the brakes, I think he was looking at the deer coming at him and didn't see any lights anymore after the bright ones. But anyway, so yep, I'm fine. The vehicle is fine. Everything is fine. I'm really glad because we've had a lot of things going on, and just having another kind of car accident would not have been something we wanted to add to that. So that worked out really well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird though. After I initially saw the deer, it turned and ran straight at the car. I have no idea why. So, but
yeah,
so we've seen them a lot up here, but typically we don't like to drive too much at night. And most of the time when we do see I've seen a lot of them, and I'm always concerned they're going to jump out in the road, but they never have before now for me.
But in Wyoming, you can go and pick up your roadkill and take it home and have it butchered and eat it.
Yeah, because they're figuring
nice.
why waste it.
Yeah.
But
so that's really nice.
To be honest, for me, I didn't drive the car off the road, but I drove it over to the shoulder. And then when it ran over the deer, the trailer with the vehicle I was towing kind of pulled off to the side and went right to maybe just a hair off the shoulder. So as soon as I quickly got my wits and pulled the vehicle, and I realized that trailer is going to go off the road and it's going to take me with it. And I pulled it back on the road, got in the lane again like I was going to drive. And then I thought, oh, okay, everything's fine. I mean, there are no funny sounds, nothing is coming apart at the moment. Oh, I should probably pull over. Well, by then it was significantly past where it had been. So yeah.
You should have just walked and hauled it back like cavemen.
Yeah. I needed a shop vac to pick it up probably at that point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It had been hit at least twice. Well, it had been hit by at least 4 sets of tires. So it's probably
the vehicle I was in and the vehicle
the
trailer I was towing, and the vehicle behind me didn't hit it.
No, but you had it hit both 2 sides on the car and then 2 sides on the trailer.
But when we came here, it's funny because we lived in Colorado. People had these huge pickups and huge SUVs and huge everything, and they were all spotlessly clean all the time. And I always thought, man, I think people only have in those days, I thought people only have those things to be showing off to their friends and their neighbors and all that.
Well, they mostly do.
Then we came to Wyoming, and they're not all spotlessly clean all the time. And I realized, wow, there's a reason why people have these kind of vehicles in Wyoming, because there are a lot of places you need 4-wheel drive. A lot of them have those. Are they cow catchers? The big great thing on the front to protect them from
cows and
deer mostly. But yeah, but that's the reason we got this vehicle. So it served its purpose. But I'm glad it didn't give it up for this incident.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Patricia says she made my meatloaf tonight from Volume 1 in my Dining on a Dime cookbook. I also have a really good one in Dining on a Dime Volume 2. And if you need a gluten-free, dairy-free one, right here are meatloaf. All of those are available at livingonadime.com. Guys, our Christmas in July sale is happening right now. Thank you, Patricia. I'm so glad you love it. Up to 40% off all our books, including our price books, which we only have a few left, but I'm not going to reprint really anytime real soon because I need to redesign it. Some people sent me in a few. So if you want a good deal, I think we're going to try a different setup. And so the price will probably go up for that. But if you want a price book, that's how I save money on my groceries, is knowing my prices. Kathy, I Googled what's a good lawnmower for hilly ground, and it has a lot of suggestions. Yes, we have been looking at that, trying to get more ideas.
So it's funny. I'm just going to throw it in there. The advertisers, they want to sell everything. So everything says it's good for hilly ground. And I ended up having to do a search for, what was it? I put in exact quotes like extremely hilly mowing or something like that before I finally got mowers that looked like they would do super steep stuff. Although I saw some that looked amazing, but they were like $12,000, and I was thinking, I think I'll push mow if we have to pay that much. But
Yeah.
I do find that it's helpful exercise, but it would be nice to sometimes have a push mower. I mean, a riding mower of some sort. It was kind of neat when I was testing out the zero turn, thinking, wow, I'm actually riding on something here going across the yard, which is a whole new experience.
You can send me the next one. Bounty Badland says the worst time for hitting a deer elk is in the rut in the fall. Definitely slow down at 250 because excited males chasing does don't care.
Well, and that's what we've discovered. That was the thing, is it's not the fall right now. And I just thought, well, I didn't think it would actually happen that day.
Yep.
But yeah, in the fall, there are so many of them and they're everywhere. And like you said, they just run right out in the road.
Massachusetts Sign says, Tara, I'm so sorry you are suffering with your fibromyalgia. Bless you. I hope you feel better soon. Flowers to cheer you up. Thank you. Yeah, I've been the last 2 years, I have been just, oh my goodness, I just can't hardly function. And yes, I'm on hormones. Guys, I've been hormones for years. I've got all that done. And I don't know why. So, yeah. Bonnie's Journey. I have fibro and it's just me and a teenage son. I buy a lot of food that's easy to cook. Frozen pizza, chicken strips, pies, but it's still cheaper than eating out. Yes. I would rather have you eat all the tater tots and chicken nuggets you want than go out to eat. You are not going to die from it. You really aren't.
Yeah, you could buy tater tots and nuggets for the whole family for probably a week for the cost of eating out once.
Louise says, I know which foundation you are using. I would like to know which foundation you are using. Is it powder or liquid? It looks thumbs up. It is Laura Geller, and I just got this a couple months ago, and I've been testing it out, and I really like it. So Mike is putting the link in there. It's an affiliate link if you want to look for it.
I put it in the comments, but I'm also going to put it in the description on YouTube. I can't update the description on Facebook.
It goes on sale all the time. So yes, it's on the pricier side, but it's been lasting quite a while. It's a powder. And then I also use Maybelline Dream Mousse, although I'm getting away from Maybelline after all their shenanigans with mentally ill men wearing makeup. It's like, seriously. So that's why I was looking for something new. Fun hello to you both. She almost never catches us live. Hello. And Peggy says we're cute.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, are we cute?
Are we cute? I haven't had anyone call me that in a while.
I think you're cute.
Aw, thank you.
Especially when you're doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, dishes, and more dishes, huh?
Yep.
Kimberly, same. I'm a winter girl. Yeah, I totally get it. And she also says, I look forward to live shows every Wednesday because it helps me keep my sanity for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Wow.
Love you, Kimberly. Life with Nicole says, Merry Christmas in July, too. Bonnie says, I hate summer, makes me feel bad. I know. Is it an oxymoron? Is that what I want to call it? Because I love gardening so much, but I absolutely hate summer. Is that an oxymoron? I don't know.
Maybe. It's definitely ironic.
Or maybe it's just ironic. That I hate summer, but I absolutely love gardening. So, Cece, it's okay to take a few days to get the yard done. Yeah, except it's been like 60 days now. If you guys haven't noticed, there haven't been a lot of videos. Mike was looking at our statistics the other day, and it was like, your income is down, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you did 2 videos.
I said, you did 2 videos, and usually you do 16 videos in this time frame. We're like, oh, whoops. Tara's just not been feeling
cannot do it. I'm like, I just can't do it. So I've been working in the garden, but even that, I'll go do a little bit, come in and sit down, go do a little bit. I mean, literally a little bit, like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I have to sit down and then I do it again. So
it's funny on the mower, though, because we borrowed Rob's mower, that zero turn one that at least his didn't really work for it. And so certain parts of it, there were a few small parts up high close to the house that I was able to cut. And there's one section that I just about killed myself getting down to the lower 40. I threw that out there for you, Bounty. I went down to the lower 40 and I mowed that section. And so I mowed a few things that I was able to get to with it. And then some other places that I was trying to mow, it's just like this zigzag of cut marks. And I thought that'll be good till
Well, we were gonna get Jack on mowing, except then it started raining. So now next week everybody's gonna be mowing. That's okay.
Actually, I don't really mind doing it. And it's funny because the kids have always been like, Mom, how much do you have to do? And Tara's like 20 minutes each or something. And I just get out there for 2 or 3 hours. And then, because I'm thinking, I just want to get it done. And it's almost like going to the gym an extra day.
Yeah.
Although I do have to say, I grew up in Central Texas and hot was hot there.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, but I don't remember it being extremely brutal feeling to me until it got to be above 95 regularly. But for whatever it did, it was feeling pretty brutal even when I lived there. But after being gone for a long time, man, it'll get to be 80 degrees in the direct sun. I'm thinking, oh, wow, this is just so practically unbearable. And I'm like, 80 degrees. I guess it's living in Wyoming has acclimated me to 30 below instead of 100 above. So
Cece says those truffles on my other recipe channel, Super Easy Recipes, I did Nutella truffles. She said those truffles with the red sprinkles look delicious. Oh my goodness, they were so good. Oh, they were delicious. Let me tell you.
Yes, they had to leave the house real quick,
Yeah.
so we didn't eat them all.
Life with Nicole. We have a 20th anniversary autographed edition. Love it. Aw, thanks.
Oh, yay. Awesome.
Grandma's so happy homestead. My son said the best memories was when he made homemade pizza with cut up hot dogs for me. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Turid. Hello, Turid. Hope you have a great day in summer. Now, Norway, that's where I would like to stay for my summers from now on. Norway, when we were there 6 years ago, the summer was glorious. It was not hot at all.
However, her husband isn't doing very well.
Oh no. She said, if we would all pray for her husband, he's come to the hospital with brain bleeding. It's a big trauma for me and my family. Oh no, Tori, please let us know. Message us and let us know how he's doing. Oh my goodness. Yes, we will.
When we were in Norway, Turid and her husband and son
hosted us,
showed us around, and even made a special Norwegian Christmas dinner for us.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I am so sorry. Please let us know how it's going. Tammy, hi Tara. I received Dining on Dime Volume 1 and I love it. I learned how to poach an egg from the book. Aw, thanks. Yes, that's in the red one. Life with Nicole. We get it together, people. Yeah. I need to get
She's
it
not
together.
smacking the table as much as she used to.
Well, everybody said I was being too harsh.
My
inner nice Tara is coming out.
I wish I could find it, but Tara had an entire show where she was just being like, nice Tara, calm Tara, cool Tara, and everybody's like, I hate this Tara. Go back to the other Tara. And it was pretty hilarious. I wish I remembered which show that was. That was, how many years ago was that?
Oh, it's been probably close to 10 now. Probably
since you did the nice Tara one.
Well, probably 7 or 8.
It was pretty hilarious.
Probably 7. Value Badlands booked my flight to BC to see my daughter. $3 cheaper than Hey LY. At least something has come down in price. Oh, that's funny. Or Han. Sorry, I misread it. Han LY. I don't know what. It must be an airline.
I didn't know if it was. It's either something we don't understand or it could be a typo.
Is it not an airline?
I don't know.
Oh, it might be an airline.
If it's an airline, I haven't heard of it.
Claire says, sounds bad. Squirrel sounds like my sister. I know. Then we had another, well, I think it's the same stupid one, trying to eat out of my trash can on the back porch for when we have parties.
Bounty says, here I am waiting for 105 degrees plus days. I love the heat.
Ugh.
You know, when I love the heat is when I'm inside a building, like at the library or something, and sitting for a long time and the air conditioner's on ridiculously cold in the summer. And then I go outside and it's like 90 degrees and I think, oh, this feels really nice now.
Yeah.
But then when I get used to it, I go back in the library.
Jesus and Coffee, can't wait for your new video ideas using food that typically could throw out. Yes. I'm going to be adding that to my Living on a Dime videos. CC, it's so kind of you to share your veggies with all the wildlife in your yard. Oh, man.
What we need to do is get a lot of freezers, because then all the veggies in the yard would be converted from vegetables to meat.
Yep.
I'd have to get used to different kind of meat.
You have to learn how to skin, and I can start making some rabbit coats and deer coats.
It's too bad our snakes aren't bigger, because they would take care of the rabbits then. We have tons of snakes everywhere. There are non-venomous ones. At least so far, we've never found any venomous ones. But they're pretty awesome, actually.
$30, Jesus and Coffee, $30 a week. I can't wait to watch Friday. Yes, that's my video on Friday. I'm going to try and cook all the food tomorrow and Friday, and then do a live show explaining how I do that. So
Bounty said it was a typo. I booked it for $3 less than LY is last year.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Tammy, box of 60 eggs at Walmart finally went down from $22 in Connecticut to $13. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, that's how I judge inflation too, is bread and eggs. Laura, Mike, check out Moerator.
I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Sit in a chair under the tree in the. Oh, it's a remote control.
You know, it'd be cool if it was like a.
So that would be kind of hard. Our yard's large to do remote control.
Yeah, but actually, our son-in-law has a drone that has a first-person view camera on it. So you put on this headset thing, and you can fly the drone. Like our other kids have had drones, but they have to stand on the ground and watch the drone, 500 feet away doing whatever it's doing. But the one our son-in-law has, he can put on the eye thing, and he can see straight out of it as if he's driving inside of it. It is the coolest thing ever. And I just thought that would be kind of fun if it was a lawnmower like that.
Yeah.
Although I guess it wouldn't serve as my gym alternative like it currently does. But
Gina Moore hit a car deer with some damage. She got up 2 more vehicles and finished it off. Oh, got up and did. Oh my goodness.
2 more vehicles came by.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bounty said we are putting a pivot on the home quarter for tax credit this fall. The last one. Pivot's a sprinkler, I think.
It's one of those huge sprinkler things that rolls along. Yeah, those are real pricey.
So next year I will have to get a new truck. I'll let you know and we'll talk used prices. Yeah, we may need one. Our truck is falling apart fast. I hope our truck makes it. James, you can send me any more.
Jack and I were going to work on fixing some things on it this year, but it's just been a little bit overly hectic.
James says, praise the Lord for protection. I'm like, yes.
Amen.
I thank you for not letting me have to be planning a funeral this week. I appreciate it.
It was really weird, but I mean, I'm not surprised, but at the same time I am. But I was so calm when it happened. And then I immediately felt like, I know that God is taking care of me in this. And I was not at all afraid. I didn't think it was going to go off the road. I didn't think any of that. I did say, oh my goodness, on the camera.
Yeah, on the camera, you hear Mike go, oh my goodness.
And that's all I said just before I hit it. But it was really interesting because I was super, super confident that God was in that. And, sorry for the deer, but it was interesting though that it fell almost right at the moment when I was going to hit it. Mm-hmm. Or else it would have been a whole lot worse. So it was pretty amazing.
Deb says, many years ago, I hit a big buck on my way with my 79 Buick. Only damage was the grate that covered the radiator. I bet. Those things were nice. Those were nice. Somebody's got one for sale over here. Have you seen that one on 8th Street?
No.
I thought about looking just to see how much it is. We've been watching Columbo, and those 1970s cars, man, they were the way to go. You could put all the garage sale stuff in there. And not even have to go back for 2 or 3 trips.
When I was a teenager, I had a 73 Ford, and I was sitting at a stoplight, and it was raining really heavily in Austin. And somebody was coming up too fast, and he had an 80s model, more aluminum and plasticky kind of vehicle, and he was going up too fast, and he slid right into me, and I was like, oh no. And I got, because I was a teenager, I got out and there were just car parts everywhere. And I was like, oh no. And the guy's apologizing and asking he doesn't want to call the police. And in those days, I wasn't smart enough to know I should have done it anyway. But anyhow, we looked back there and all the car parts were from his. My 73 Ford, it was a tank. And I looked at the only damage I could find is I had some bumper stickers that were scratched a little. So I was like, all right, well, that's fine, whatever. But I wouldn't do that now. I told the kids and everything, don't ever do that. But in those days, I had no idea. Nobody told me. And so I was like, but it was interesting. Yeah, that 73 Ford was a tank.
Debbie says, my grandson, who is a picky eater, absolutely loves our meatloaf recipe. So we have my original meatloaf in here. And then we have extraordinary, I think that's right. Extraordinary in Dining Volume 2. And then we also have the gluten-free, dairy-free edition. Also, on our website, livingonadime.com is where you can get the meatloaf recipe. Thank you.
It is so
we
fantastic.
Love it. It's delicious.
We haven't had it in a while. I guess meat's too expensive at the moment.
Hamburger is over $5 a pound.
Well, we got enough rabbits and deer. We should take it in our own hands.
I'm telling you, you should have picked up the deer so we could have some ground beef, ground venison. And Karen says her family loves the meatloaf. It's her go-to recipe is my recipe. Thank you. Denise, it's cheaper to buy a couple of Walmart freezer pizzas and throw them in your freezer. Yes, please do that. I always keep a few pizzas in the freezer for when the boys I can't cook and they just need something easy.
You know, for a minute, I almost misread that. She said about getting pizzas to throw in your freezer. And I thought at first I looked at it as for those days when you want to throw the freezer.
Yeah, well, that too.
Because our experience.
We found a commercial freezer or refrigerator. We were like, man, it's huge. We could put that in the garage and I could have one for my recipes and then one for the house. But it needs a new compressor. And they said it was $1,200 to fix. We were like, well, shoot, we could get a commercial fridge for the same price as a new used fridge. Wonder if Pistol could get the parts for it.
For the old one?
Yeah.
What he would tell us is that it'll cost us $900 a pound for the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Kimberly.
It'd almost be worth it.
Kimberly, when organizing my chest freezer, I found roughly 20 gallons of tomatoes from last year. I'm absolutely not doing anything with my tomatoes this year, but eating them and giving them away. My peppers are exploding, so I'm looking forward to freezing. Ooh, yum. Claire says she loves Laura Geller, the makeup also. Thank you. Claire says, great products, very high quality pigmented are used for the Laura Geller, I think. Thank you. Cheryl, oh, Mike, that was a scary story. I'm glad you were not hurt and very lucky. Yes, they made it to the next town and stayed at the hotel, thankfully.
Yes.
Greta says
nice.
Gardening in Phoenix.
Only 3.5 hours at home after that. So
yes.
The next day. So
gardening in Phoenix is summer summer is torture. Yep. Lisa, she has lupus. Summer is horrible. North Carolina humidity is really bad. Yes. I garden in the early morning. Yeah, that's what I usually do is do it in the morning. Wanda, how would you work in a greenhouse if you can't handle the heat? I wouldn't work in the summer in a greenhouse. So, and in the winter, spring, and fall, all I have to do is open the doors and it cools down right away. My old greenhouse had a door on both sides, and so it cooled down really quick in Idaho. So
it's funny. Mary O'Callahan was on earlier on Facebook. She lives in Ireland, and she's probably in bed now, I imagine.
Hello, Mary.
But in 2019, we were in Ireland for a while in July. It was the most glorious July ever. It's funny because in Ireland, people often joke around about the warmest day of the year when it's like, I don't know, 70 something degrees, and everybody goes into the sea with their bathing suits when it's cold water because it's the hottest it gets. But wow, it was really cold. Nice. Well, the sea was cold. It was like 50 degrees in water.
But the rest of the land was really nice.
It was really nice. It was Fahrenheit. It was 60, 65 a lot of the time. And it was really nice as we are not loving heat. Sorry, Bounty. It was really nice as we haven't been loving heat as much the last 10 years or so to have a summer where it was like that.
Yeah.
So
sure,
we should have traded with people in Ireland that didn't want to be there for the cool weather and wanted to know what real hot is like.
It's true. Yeah. Jared says we have hot weather in Norway now, 31 degrees Celsius today. Had it hot frame Friday. Many people have big problems. We are make for 15 degrees for the summer.
It was 31?
Yeah. What is 31? 87.
88
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
I hate it when
it's hot.
Yeah. I hate it when it gets past anything over 65 for me is too hot. But yeah. So that's why I loved Norway. Well, and Ireland too, yeah. Wanda
And
loved
Scotland.
Cumberland too, yeah.
Sorry.
And Rihanna says, thank you for the affiliate links. Super helpful to find what you're talking about. Look for your Amazon store, hoping you'll add new things. Yes, we try to add things to the Amazon store. Sometimes we forget. So if we forget, just remind us and we will
I
try to put it on there.
I didn't. Bounty forgives me. Thank you for being a cold summer lover.
And she's glad you are okay. Because another 4-peg-legged sack of dog food is off the road.
Did you need me to send the next one?
Yeah. Gino Moore says, I think my barking dog alarms are working, not seeing the rabbits and no more eating leaves on my squash and cukes. That's great. I'm just preparing for next year. Wait till you guys see the free fencing I got. I got like $1,000 worth of fencing for free. I'm going to have to do some work on it, but still.
That can be the last one.
I'm so excited. Cece says my yards has a problem with sales, so gardening may not be a good idea till they're gone. Yeah, so just put a tray with hot water, not hot, but warm water and yeast or some beer, and that will catch your snails. I'm having a huge problem with earwigs, driving me nuts. Claire says we should have a Columbo watch party. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Lori says, do you still do your cooking lives? I haven't seen you two in a long while since you moved from Colorado to Wyoming. Wow, you haven't watched us for a while because we had our 4-year anniversary of living here last week. I have not done cooking lives. Actually, we were just talking about that today, if I should do cooking lives. I don't know.
Well, now we have the kitchen that's much more
I
equipped for it. And in the old kitchen, when we were cooking lives, we had studio lights with stands and wires and everything everywhere, and had to bring a computer in and set it up there, and it drove her crazy.
Now we have the setup. That's
now
easy.
Almost all of it is already in place all the time, and it's easy.
I don't know.
So the computer we'd still have to do, but it would be.
What do you guys think? Should we do a cooking live next week? I don't know. I don't know if we should.
Wait, you're going to throw that out there when you don't even know if you actually want to do it?
Yeah. So Wanda says a rollator is a thing. It's like a walker that you sit on. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. But Wanda, in that kind of situation, my goodness, please go easy on yourself. You know, don't have so much pressure when you're not feeling well to do those kinds of things. Elaine says, just got back from New Zealand. Winter there was nice. Back home, a heat wave. Oh, see, that's my problem with traveling in the summers. I have my garden, so we can't go for a long time. Maybe we should just head off to New Zealand. My birthday is oh my goodness. My birthday is in 2 weeks. Maybe we should just go to New Zealand.
Hawaii would be cheaper. I would love to go to New Zealand.
Okay, let's
just
see.
After
I always wanted to see New Zealand.
After our Europe trip in 2019, you said you're never traveling again.
No, I
would
really
go,
don't
though.
want to.
Actually, I think you would love New Zealand. It would.
I always read in my books about New Zealand. That's Iceland. Here, Auckland. That's New Zealand, right?
Yep.
Okay, and let's just see how much it is to. Let's see. My birthday is in 2 weeks.
I would do Denver for that one.
We'd have to do 3.
She's looking up from Sheridan, which is usually a lot more expensive.
Okay, let's see.
It's nice though.
And how long do we want to stay in New Zealand? A month? Only school's already started by then.
Actually, probably a month would be
macaroni.
Probably good. I guess our last trip overseas was very long, and I think that only a couple of us thought that very long was great.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, at least 2 others besides me expressed that they liked the long.
Okay,
Tar was not one of them.
Yeah, I wasn't I don't know.
I think
It was
Tara,
just,
I think your limit would be 3 or 4 weeks probably.
the problem was it was just too much like doing laundry and trying to figure out food and all of that. It just got to be more stressful because we couldn't figure out food or anything like that. And yeah,
See, the kids and I were talking about it, and I guess we didn't remember that. We just remembered going to the store and saying, no, we didn't remember even eating food that you made. We remember going to the store and saying, oh, look at this, whatever, and buying like a box dinner or something off the shelf. Do we actually eat real food?
Yeah.
I think Jack said something about something pretty basic. He listed something the other day. Anyway.
We had a lot of pizza though, and a lot of bread because we were trying all the bread stuff. And we ended up eating a lot of pizza and chicken nuggets because
I think that was the kind of stuff that they were thinking was great.
Because it was hard to cook. You couldn't just carry spices and everything around with you every place you went.
But I think they actually enjoyed the easy
just
stuff.
Eating all of it.
So maybe the stress of it was
well, maybe
really,
I was just thinking too much.
Maybe it was unwarranted stress. But yeah, it was. I think Tara was worried about that. And then I don't know. I'm trying to think. We did run into some problems where London was kind of our home base. So we were there at the beginning of the trip and at the end of the trip and in the middle of the trip. And we had been in London a lot. And I had made longer stays in each place, hoping that Tara would feel like it wasn't so much running around. But a lot of people in London at the time were renting out their low-income housing as Airbnb, which was illegal there, but they were doing it anyway.
They were moldy.
So we ended up in a number of places that just were not in good shape, and there were one of them. It was like the lady and her kids just picked up and walked out of the house 5 minutes before we got there.
We thought people were going to start showing up.
Like all their stuff was everywhere, homework,
shoes, clothes,
adult medications, and all sorts of things just kind of laying around. And so that was a little bit sort of less thrilling. But once we realized that's what it was, I changed the last London thing to a hotel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what's funny, it's a learning lesson too, because we've been frugal forever and ever, and we did that trip for a very low price for a lot of people.
Yeah, we did $20,000 for
6 people.
6 people for
7.5 weeks.
7.5 weeks. So that's pretty good.
In 5 countries.
Yeah.
And so that's amazingly good if you haven't traveled. Like most people spend that much to go to just 1 or 2 countries for 2 weeks. So for 2 people.
Thanks, Wanda.
So anyway, what were we talking about? Something about that.
About how we were really frugal, so then we spent money at the end.
Oh yeah, well at the end, so this is a lesson that might be useful. I mean, obviously, if you're super like on the edge of your budget every second, but we're very frugal about a lot of things, like, you know. So when I was at the hotel after the deer strike, when I was leaving, I took the soap that I had opened and used, and it was just a little hotel soap, and it was already open, and I was like, they're just gonna throw this away. I took the 2 packets of coffee because I like coffee. I took the shampoos, and I was thinking, I paid for it. Why not take it? We go out, if we don't go out to eat very often, and we go out a little less now that the prices have gone up. But when we do, we bring home every little last bit of food that's there. And so we're like, in all those kind of ways, we're frugal. But in the Europe trip, when I realized, wow, each one of these Airbnbs in London was a big problem for us, and I want Tara to have a good time. At the end of the trip, I checked with Airbnb, and it's not refundable. I was like, you know what? I don't want to have all this effort of coming here and have her remember this in a bad way. So I just scratched that Airbnb and got a hotel.
Yep.
And sometimes it's worth writing off a certain cost.
Realizing your mistakes.
Realizing your mistakes. And already we had done it for a very low price. So it wasn't like and the very low price wasn't just because, those Airbnbs were not great. Like Ellie and I had made a similar trip for 3.5 weeks, 2 years earlier. And we also got a very low price, but for a better situation, because it was hard to tell on the Airbnb that they were going to be lesser quality ones once we got there because they didn't tell the truth in their listings. So anyway, but yeah.
It was a good trip though. I mean, I'm glad we did it. I liked it. I would say the best day we actually had was when we stayed in Ireland, that first house that was really super nice in Ireland.
Oh, in Roundwood, yeah.
They had a washer and a dryer. See, part of the problem was I would have to wash the clothes in the sink, and then they don't have dryers over there like we do here, which, I mean, is fine if you're not traveling. But it's so humid over there. Our stuff wasn't getting dry, and we were having a hard time we had to put them in front of fans. It was those kinds of things. And when we stayed at that house in Ireland, the grocery store was a block down the road.
Once we figured out how to empty the water out of the dryer.
So we could just go every day and just get, our cheese and bread or whatever. And so it was really nice. But
some of that stuff also, when we were in Killarney and Dingle,
that was really nice too. Yeah.
The little stores were nearby, and we would go, and it was kind of nice because we did a lot of easy food. So the kids, we kind of let them just pick some things.
Yeah. And the groceries weren't more expensive. Now, Norway's more expensive, but the rest of Europe wasn't.
Yeah, the groceries were about the same as here, just different kind of groceries. And so not eating at restaurants a lot was a big part of the savings. We did eat occasionally. We ate with Turid at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. We went to Norway to eat at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
That's pretty funny, but it was good.
Well, we also ate, I forgot we ate at the one at the top of the tram too.
Mm-hmm. That was
really good too.
Yeah, that was good. They have good food there.
Yeah, Norwegian stuff there. So
the trip to New Zealand is $1,300 if we go from Denver.
Round trip?
For two.
Round trip?
For each. Yeah.
Wow, that's not as expensive as I thought.
Happy birthday to me. I'm only kidding.
Well, yeah, I figure London about $800 is a pretty good price. And I found a ways to do that. So that's what we've done. But yeah, New Zealand is a lot further away. So that would explain why it's more.
So Wanda wants to know, remove the water from the dryer. What does that mean?
Oh, so, you always learn all these when we've gone to other countries, we've always found certain things that were kind of cool, learning things. And Tara said, the dryer won't work. Can you check on it? It has a little raindrop icon on it. I don't know what that means. So we're looking and thinking, what's a raindrop icon on a dryer? That's really strange. And ultimately, we discovered that the dryers there they collect the humidity off the clothes instead of put it out into the
it collects into a reservoir in the bottom.
And so the reservoir was just full.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to take the reservoir and go dump it and then put it back in, and everything worked great. But it wasn't working at all up till then. And the reservoir was full when we got there. So I think the previous people that rented it were like, oh no, did we break it? And they left and they didn't tell the people. That was my guess. So yeah, there were a lot of little things like that. But we were already aware of it even before Ellie and I went. But at a lot of the houses, the water heater isn't on all the time. Like if you're going to take a bath, you go turn on the water heater maybe 30 minutes before you get in there. Yep. And then you turn it off later.
That was the hardest part in Ireland.
They call the stove
with the hot water heater.
Yeah, they call the stove the hob.
Yeah.
And the stove most of the stoves had like a switch on the wall where you turn off. You don't just turn on the stove burner. Like there's an actual switch on the wall that turns it off. So that was kind of cool. Yep. There were just a lot of things like that were kind of interesting.
Grandma So Happy says, my neighbor here in the U.S. just had hip replacement, went to Lithuania. They went a week early, saw the site. She had surgery. And they only paid $8,000 instead of $20,000. Wow. That's great.
Yep.
Although her insurance wouldn't cover the surgery because it was pre-existing condition. Well, the thing is, first of all, that's just stupid. But the thing is, it's probably still cheaper than all of her co-pays and everything. Cindy says she turns off her water heater too, saves a lot. It probably does, but I just use hot water so much. I guess because I'm doing the cooking videos and I like to clean up right away. It's just.
Well, and we have at this house, we have a really big tub, and Tara, with the fibromyalgia, she likes to sit in it about 4 days a week, 5.
Yeah.
So we use the hot water for that too. So
Mhm.
yeah, the water is the one thing that since we've had over the years, we've just been really super frugal for a long time, and now we don't have to be as frugal as we were. And so one of the things that we've decided is worth it for us is a little bit higher expense on the water.
Yep. We spend more on water so I can have a 50-gallon bath every night. And you can send me all the hate mail you want. But let me tell you, last night, I was hurting so bad. I literally was having a hard time walking. I thought Mike was going to have to help me into the bathtub because my legs were hurting so bad I could hardly stand it. So I make no apologies. It is worth it for me. I am just going to enjoy it. That's why I love places like Hot Springs. Somebody's birthday's coming up.
Hot Springs in New Zealand. And actually, you said Hawaii, but Hawaii is on the way to New Zealand.
True.
Mind blown.
And Jack can drive himself to school now.
Oh, he would regret not having the opportunity to go to Middle Earth with us. Yeah, but actually,
our kids probably would.
Well, we had already talked about going somewhere with just us, so that would be cool.
Yeah. We have hot springs in Wyoming.
We do. Yeah, we could go there and try it out.
Go to Thermopolis. I don't know how far Thermopolis is.
About 3 or 4 hours from us.
All right, guys, check out our Christmas in July sale right now. It is on sale up to 40% off for all of our print books, guys. Also, our price book, which we only have a few left. This is how I keep track of my prices, so I know when I'm getting a good deal. And
so what you're saying is they can get a good deal while they also help you to go to your hot springs.
Yep. Yeah, no kidding. No, we just paid off our house and we are building up our savings and everything now and all of that. It was worth your time. And so that is where we are at right now, getting everything built back up again. Got cars situated. We're done with cars, right? No more accidents.
But there's actually a spare car in the mix.
No accidents.
Yeah.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
So, all right. This is livingonadime.com. Have a good night, guys. We will see you on Friday talking about how to eat for $30 a week. I placed the order at Walmart, and Jack is picking it up for me tomorrow.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.